Is work supposed to suck? Welcome to the new series we're doing at the podcast and on my YouTube channel, When Work Isn't Working. For too many people, they've fallen into a trap. And the trap is one of two extremes, I should say. On one extreme, the trap is work is going to suck. It's going to be painful. It's going to be barely bearable. You got to do your time. You got to put in the 9 to 5. That's what creates this condition where you live for the weekend. There are other people that believe they should be handed a work experience that's going to be so fulfilling. It's going to sweep them away. They're going to float on clouds. Fairies are going to dance around them, and Care Bears will shoot rainbows out their stomachs at them. When in reality, it's not that work has to suck. It's not that work is going to just sweep us away with all this euphoria. It's an unfolding mission to be experienced. And when we falsely believe that work is going to suck, it's going to be something that we just have to put up with, then we start to tolerate an experience that numbs us out from the discovery that could be happening. I see so many people when they describe the suffering of work, the challenge of work, the dehumanizing aspect of work, what they're not doing is learning, how am I figuring out the things I like and I don't like, the ways I'd like to grow skills, the way that I'd like to start to explore more of the nuances of who I am and what it means to be me. When people can embrace an exploratory mindset in work, then they start to think about themselves almost like they've got this expansive map that really there is no edge to, and they're learning and figuring out as they go. Everything is training, everything is development. Sadly, because we've just acquiesced to this idea that work is supposed to suck, and we've allowed ourselves to be dehumanized, we now, for most people, experience a work reality that makes you less than alive, less than joyful, less than expansive, less than creative, less than hopeful. Robert Kegan, he's an adult development specialist who has done some of the longest studies that have ever been done on how adults grow and develop. He's written a number of books for the business leadership space. He wrote a book called An Everyone Culture, where he's talking about what it means to build cultures that actually help you grow and become better as a human. They rehumanize you. The opening to the book is so profound because he says most everyone is getting paid, most everyone is doing a job they're not getting paid for. And what is that job? He calls it hiding. In fact, I want to read just a couple of sentences to you from that. He says, people are spending time and energy covering up their weaknesses, managing other people's impressions of them, showing themselves to their best advantage, playing politics, hiding their inadequacies, hiding their uncertainties, hiding their limitations, hiding. When you don't know who you are, and when you're very concerned about making sure people like you and making sure that people think you're doing a good job, the narrative of your brain just hums at this constant insecurity. The narrative machine go burr, if you're familiar with that meme. And as the narrative of your brain is pumping out this reality, do they like you? Are you doing a good job? Do you fit in? Do you have what it takes? Are they going to see that you don't know what you're doing? All of those things swirl around in you. You can't have an impact. Like, that's the highest state you want to be in. It's so fulfilling at work when you can have impact. You're not even having, though, the secondary lower effect that you need to be having, which is the learning. What it looks like for you to embrace something and whether you want more of that in your life or not, or how to pick apart the skill or how to activate something. And you'll never get on the path of mastery, of being the best you, of knowing how to show up and be the fullest, most healthy expression of you, having an impact. You'll never know what it's like to experience the rhythm of in your work life, drawing from those experiences and learnings and actually and knowing yourself to become more human until you lay down this idea that work has to suck. Work can make you better and more human. And I'm going to be walking you through that in a masterclass at siteshift.com. And in this new masterclass, it's not going to solve everything, but it's going to help you figure out what are the mental shifts that need to occur to get you on a path so that work can start working for you. Join me there, SiteShift, SIGHT shift.com. Peace.